Hi, I'm a freshman at Mercer, and my story is a little bit about being a child of two immigrants. Both of my parents are from Chile, and if you don't know where that is in South America, South America, like it's a little skinny country. And something that a lot of people don't know about the Chilean history is that we have there's like this history that basically we have our own 9/11, I guess, but not like the actual tower thing, but basically what happened, like a little historical lesson is that American government basically did a coup d'etat, and then this whole thing happened and a lot of stuff went down. And basically my parents had to escape that because they were protesting against the government, and they had to escape because basically they were getting onto the FBI list, and it became this whole thing. So they came to the United States because not only did they want their children to be safe from the American government, but they also wanted to make sure that we would not have to go through that whole rebellion all over again. And they were able to not only learn English but also get a college education, which is very huge, by the way, for the Hispanic population. And not only were they able to get enough money to where I would be able to go to a private school, but they were able to basically get me into a good neighborhood, into a good area in the United States, which is huge for the Hispanic population. But the only problem was that me and two other Hispanics were the only Hispanics in the private school, and I was there ever since elementary. So for 12 years, I never felt like I didn't feel like I never had a voice, because not only was I extremely short for my whole age. I mean, I'm tall now, but I was really short. And I'm a very soft speaker. I don't talk a lot because I basically grew up being told to shut up. So I learned, as I grew up, to don't talk because no one's going to listen to you. And something about me, I feel like that a lot of people don't realize when they first meet me. I'm a very aggressive person sometimes. If I'm very passionate about a topic, I will argue about it because I'm very passionate over it, which is something that I got from my dad because he was a protester. He was, so I was always huge in a lot of politics. I was huge in history. I was huge in a lot of stuff, and I was very aggressive because of that. And the one thing about this school, that this was not only a private school, it was a predominantly white school, and it was also extremely closed-minded. So if you were not considered the majority, like if you weren't white, if you didn't have a certain mindset, you weren't going to be accepted or listened to. And the thing about me is I didn't think that it was going to be safer to just be quiet all the time, and I didn't think that was safer. I thought that was cowardly. And I decided that it was better for me to constantly be fighting, even though it meant being lonely, because I didn't care as much about my reputation and about just having friends. I cared more about protecting my peace, because I knew that if I was going to be friendly with people who did not believe I had a voice or believed in me just existing in general, then I felt like it wasn't a true friendship. I wasn't actually going to be loved the way I know I deserve to be loved. So I was pretty much lonely my whole high school until a lot of people started to talk very badly about me, to the point that I almost got suspended because people found it out that I like girls and boys. And then they started to find out that I am very intense when I come to my arguments. I don't, obviously not physical or anything bad, but I will argue if I need to. And that made the school scared of me because they knew that I will be able to give voices to other people and that the school could get in trouble. And that's actually exactly what happened, because everyone who started to go through the same things that I was going through finally had someone to go to, because they didn't feel like they were completely alone. Because when the word got out that I liked girls, and then that I am really proud to be Hispanic, they finally started coming to me about their problems, and they had someone to go to. Because most of the times their family was extremely homophobic, or they were just wanting to be very quiet about their identity and wasn't supportive of them. And I was basically considered their only friend sometimes, or sometimes just the only person that they could talk to about whatever they were struggling with. And I realized I was actually really good at it. Like, I was good at comforting people and I was good at supporting them. And basically, that is how I got my table of not only being able to give everyone else's voices, but also finally giving myself a voice. And now I'm pursuing to be a therapist now for kids who are raised to be from immigrant families and also for LGBT